Cory Sparkles here for Slap News with Cory Corbin. Finally, my man, you have a match coming up next week, Power Slap number 2. We've got you there. Let's talk a little bit about last time we seen you in Vegas. Unfortunately, you weren't able to perform. You made the trip. You were able to get into it. How much does it mean for you this time around? Is there some extra motivation behind it? And what are you going to bring next week when we get to see you for the first time up there at the table at the UFC Apex, my man?
Hey man, it's been a long time coming. I'll just say I'm bringing a little extra with me this time. Been a rough past couple months. A lot of things have happened in my personal life, and stuff like that. Traumatizing type of things that just don't happen. Every day. I'm bringing a little extra with me, so doesn't matter who's standing across from the table. I feel bad for you, bud.
Absolutely, man. I mean, we seen you in Vegas. Unfortunately, it didn't go your way. You were able to go through the entire week fight preparation. You were able to be there at the fighter hotel. You went through the medicals. You went through the rules meetings. You were there training at the Apex. All of that stuff. Is that going to help you prepare this time around? Because you are going up against a newcomer that we haven't seen before. Just state for us who you're fighting and how will that experience of you being in Vegas help give you an edge?
I believe his name's James Stonier, Stony something. He's Stonier.
Yeah.
Um, I don't know much about him. Doesn't really, like I said before, it didn't really matter who my opponent was. I wasn't focused on that. I was just focused on me and definitely what I did in my last trip. I think I do have a little bit of advantage to go in there and I don't want to say not be so nervous, but to know what to expect,
Mhm.
every day and, just being there, obviously having experience, period, always helps in any situation in life. I think having experience, you know, gives you a leg up in anything pretty much. So, yeah, I think that's going to help.
Absolutely, man. I know you've been going through a lot of tragedy. I don't want to sit here and dwell on it, but just so people know what has happened from Power Slap number 1 until now, maybe just explain to people that may not be following you on social. People that are seeing you here on Slap News for the first time. I know we did a quick interview with you in Vegas, but let's kind of just do a quick, 60, 90-second backstory, because I know some of it's been quite tragic and some of the most, challenging times for you to have to overcome to be here today and just kind of set that stone so people can know, why you're up there and why you are, going to be swinging with so much, energy, anticipation, and animosity.
Okay, well, not to get into a sob story or anything, but a few years back, I've been playing hockey and football my whole life at a high level, and I had a couple surgeries, and for a while I was on medications and stuff like that, and it took me a little while to get off of them, and for me to sit here and say it was easy, I'd be lying to you, you know what I mean? So,
Hmm.
I struggled with that for a little while, and that was a long time ago, so everything from Power Slap on and UFC. I've always been open and honest about my situations and tell them what's going on, and I think that's helped in the long run. Unfortunately, the match got pulled 15 minutes before my first fight. You were there for that, and whatever had happened happened. Whatever we stayed in touch and we're back on track, and I'm coming back for Power Slap 2 and I'm ready. But in between that, when I got back from Vegas, it was the day after my youngest daughter's birthday. Actually, we had a house fire underneath my house, an electrical house fire, and I couldn't find where it was coming from. And luckily, me and my daughters got out, you know, in the nick of
Hmm.
time, really. And good thing it was during the day and it wasn't at night. There's a lot of different situations that could have occurred to make it a lot worse than it was. But needless to say, we pretty much lost everything besides like a blanket and a tablet that I ran back in the house for to give my daughters, some comfort, in the
Hmm.
situation that we were in. But between me and you, I shouldn't have went back inside, because when I came back out, I was trapped and it's pretty traumatic at times. But we're fighters and we fight through it, and that's the
Hmm.
extra that I'm bringing with me. I'm not just coming out to fight for a job and to have fun. I'm coming out to fight for a home.
Yeah,
You
absolutely,
know.
man. I appreciate you sharing that. I mean, obviously traumatizing times, and I wish you, the better of days to come. Unfortunate. I know, you got this opportunity. I know you were hungry. I know you were banging at the door. You were hitting me up even saying, hey man, can you plug me with Erica? Can you plug me with Frank? Give me any opportunity. I want to get up there and show what I have at that table. To get that second opportunity, I think is a true blessing for you. And, it needs to be said that it was your persistence, and your willingness and openness to be, with the brass of Power Slap, to show that you want to do this. I know you touched a little bit on the competitive side of, competing in hockey and stuff like that. You're fighting for more than just yourself. Like,
Yeah, I've been fighting my whole life, man. I've been fighting my whole life, not just in the streets and in the bars and working security and crazy stuff like that. But mentally, physically, emotionally, I've been fighting since I've been little. So
Gotcha.
it's nothing new to me.
Yeah. I mean, watching all these fighters, seeing the fights come out of Rumble, watching Power Slap number one, what makes you so confident that you're going to be able to get up there and dominate?
Um, Personally, I just don't see another man standing across from me being able to put me out. I just I don't see that happening.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not trying to sound cocky or anything like that, but I've been hit with many things in my life by bigger people, and it wasn't, expected, and it wasn't necessarily an open hand, and it wasn't with people having their feet planted on the ground with extra rules, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I just don't think there's another man out there that's gonna put me out with a slap. I don't, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah. Has bouncing and stuff like that, security, has that put you into some of these situations that you're talking about?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Been hit with bottles, bats, bricks, hockey sticks, lacrosse sticks. You know what I mean. I throughout my
Mm-hmm.
life and go on and on. I've been hit with everything. So
Yeah.
I've never been knocked out in my life. I've had fights on the ice. I've had fights off the ice. I've had fights in the bar. I've felt fights out of the bar. It
Mm-hmm.
doesn't matter. I've been hit with it all. I've had
Totally.
more struggles than my fights. My fights are the least of my worries in my life.
Yeah, absolutely.
So.
So I mean, the defense doesn't seem to be an issue for you. What about the offensive side? Have you been, I know you're in a hotel right now. Have you been able to train at all? Have you been able to practice? Could you get a bob or a heavy bag and any of that? Have you been able to train at all?
Yeah, fortunately, I do have a few guys that support me throughout the way, and I always have equipment ready. And even if it takes my brother or my dad, even or one of my friends standing there with the mitt for me and me taking swings at it,
Mm-hmm.
I'm staying ready. My arm's always going to be ready. I got big hands. I got hard hands. I got a hard head. Whoever my opponent is, I believe they're gonna have a hard time regardless of
Yeah.
my experience and how many matches I've had because
Yeah.
I'm putting everything into it, and like I said, I'm bringing more than just a little bit with me. It's not for fun for me.
Absolutely, man. So they have you down, for a heavyweight match. Is that kind of your natural weight? Is that where you think we're going to see a fight, going into the future here?
I actually put on a lot of weight to fight Power Slap because to me, to me, if I was going to fight at Power Slap, I wanted to, fight at the highest level. And I'm not putting anybody down at the other weight classes because they're fit and they're good and they're in shape. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna down them for that. I just wanted
Mm-hmm.
to compete at, the heaviest division. To me, it seems like you're gonna get the people that hit the hardest and are the hardest to put down. And personally, that's what I wanted. If there was a chance for me to carry a belt around, I wanted it to say heavyweight on it.
Yeah. So what are you walking around weight wise right now?
About 250.
250. Okay. So
But I'm
you're
trying
so
to
you're not.
I'm trying to go up. But we'll see. I fluctuate.
Got you, my
But I
man.
was
So I guess
I was 220 my whole life, pretty much.
yeah. Gotcha. So I guess you're not worried about weight cutting. Obviously, coming at that 265 cap, so it should be a pretty easy,
No, no,
next.
no. I weigh myself with like my bag on and stuff at first. Obviously, official weigh-ins, you can't do that. But when we first
Totally.
get there, I step on there with my gym bag around my shoulders.
Yeah. Nice, my man. Nice. Getting there on the plate. I'm sure you're probably flying in Sunday, Monday kind of thing. what's going to go through your head? I know you're leaving your daughters at home. You know, what's it going to mean to you when you get your feet on that soil in Las Vegas?
Yeah, that's the hardest thing is leaving my kids behind because there's also a situation going on with my kid's mom. We haven't been together in a long time, but she has her own private situations going on, and I have my daughters a lot, and I wouldn't have it any other way. But it's going to be hard leaving them, and
Hmm.
even for a day, it's going to be tough. So, having that on my mind the whole time is going to bug me, but I got to do what I got to do, to support us and, get us another home to live in. So,
Yeah, yeah, absolutely, man. Let's kind of talk through let's talk through those official weigh-ins to start with. You get up there, you do the official weigh-ins, you get squared up against your opponent for that face-off. What are we going to see from you? You're going to bring intensity. You're going to bring calmness. What, are we going to see that personality come through? Let me know, my man.
um, I don't know. I'm kind of live in the moment type of guy. I'm not too much of a hoorah type of guy screaming in people's faces and stuff like that. It don't do nothing from me. I just make sure that, you know, that I'm not afraid of you.
Yeah. You see
You
guys
know,
like Austin
I
Turpin,
try to be
Ryan Phillips.
respectful. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, you see guys like Austin Turpin, Ryan Phillips, taking shot at each other in the heavyweight division. Letting the personalities fly and the jawline move a little bit. What do you think about that extracurricular stuff you're seeing online? Because I know you're up on it, man. I know you're seeing it all and you're chuckling. So,
Mm.
what's going through your mind with
Um,
that stuff?
no, I like Austin's my buddy. He was one of the first people I met in Las Vegas. And
Yeah,
he was in my group and he was on my team and we hung out a lot. So Austin, he's a good guy and I get where he's coming from. Would I personally have done it that way with Ryan being hurt? I kind of think it might take a people might think he's taking a shot at someone who's down, but I understand where he's coming from. He's probably hype in the moment and he just wants to say, hey, if you're the king, I want a piece of the king.
yeah,
And
yeah.
from Ryan's end, I have nothing but respect for Ryan. He's done what he's done. Unfortunately, he's hurt right now, but he's still staying in the sport, and there's obviously a reason for that.
Totally.
He's made his own way, and nobody can take that away from him. And I
Hmm.
can appreciate what he's done.
Yeah. Do you know? Are you going to be in the red corner or the blue corner?
I don't know.
You don't know. Okay.
I was hoping I was going to have Donovan as a coach again, but apparently he's not coaching this time.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But he's
Yeah. So
my guy. So
gotcha,
no
man.
matter what, you're out there, DC. You're my guy. You're my number one. You're my A1 coach. So
Totally.
even if you're not there, you're still my coach, my man.
Awesome. Yeah. Donovan Cross, great guy. Been a
Yes.
mentor to a lot of people. So the coin toss results came out. We know that you are striking second.
Oh
Come
yeah.
Wednesday. Yeah. Did you know
Yeah.
that or no?
I didn't even look. I don't care. I don't care.
Okay.
Good.
Okay. Yeah. So you're striking second. Come that Wednesday, May 24th in the early prelims, you will be up there. Let's talk through how your perfect match will play out for you.
Um. Probably how it's gonna go. He's probably gonna come out there. He's probably gonna hit me as hard as he can in the side of the face. He'll probably foul. You know, Probably lift up his foot and foul. As from when I know he's a little inexperienced. I don't even know if he's got much fighting background. Obviously, MMA doesn't do a ton for this sport. Your natural defense is to not get hit. To defend
Mhm.
yourself and to not take punches to the face and stand there with your hands behind your back. So, fighting experience really doesn't mean that much, but I think it's going to go the way that it's going to go. I think he's going to hit me as hard as he can, and I'm going to look at him and smile, and he's going to get a foul for it. And good chances he's probably going to go to sleep for could be two hits. I hit him, and he probably hits the ground.
There we go. So we got a prediction. First round KO by Mr. Cory Corbin coming up this Wednesday. Rumble, we know it's a pre-tape. We may not be able to see the results immediately, but we know it's going to come out in the future. You will have your own day
Yeah,
following.
sorry for ruining the the ending, but
It's all good, my man. It's all good. getting to see you out there again. I think it's great. There couldn't be, more deserving guy who's gone through a hell of a lot in his life to get here, to get that second chance, to get up there, to get that payday. Hopefully it'll be able to help you get on your way. Rebuilding your life back up, and more opportunities will come from it. Here at Slap News, we love obviously being able to support the fighters. So drop us your social handle. Where can people follow you? Where can people get in touch with you if they want to reach out to talk to you, kind of thing ahead of time, give you support? Where can they do so?
I appreciate that, my man. I'm on Facebook. I've always been on Facebook. Cory Corbin is just it's me with my coaching gear. I'm a football coach and I'm holding the trophy. You'll see my picture there. And then I just started using my Instagram recently. At first, it was for football years ago, and I never really used it. But it's Power Slap or Hammer underscore Power Slap or Power Slap underscore Hammer, something like that. I'll look at my Instagram in a second. But yeah, you'll find it there. You type in Hammer Power Slap, I'm sure it'll pop up, or my name. It'll pop up on Instagram that way.
Perfect, my man. We'll definitely link, to it below this video. We'll also link to it on social for anybody that wants to follow Cory Corbin coming into it. Great story. Appreciate your time, man. Look forward to seeing you in Vegas. We are going to be there. Obviously, Slap News is going to be there for the press conference. We're going to be there for the official weigh-ins, and we will be there live at the actual event itself. So look forward to, catching up with you, seeing there, have more interviews just like this, and hopefully we will see you in Victory Circle, interviewing you post-fight to be able to talk about how it all went down, my man.
For sure.
Awesome, dude. Have a great day. Cory Swergas here, Slap News. If you're watching us on YouTube, please do us a favor, subscribe on YouTube. Hit that notification bell if you'd like to get information on upcoming videos, or if you want to see content about our show or have any questions whatsoever for myself or Cory Corbin, put it in the comment section below. And as you know, at Slap News, we'll get down and dirty. We'll find out that information for you because we are the only ones working incredibly hard in the slap game, my man.
Thank you, Cory. You're a good man. Slap News, you guys are great people, dude. You guys do the best. Appreciate you.
Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it, man. All the best. We'll talk soon. See you in Vegas.
See ya.